Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. I want to give double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth and rule well. Wabarakatham unto the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 on down to the men, women, and children that do believe. This is your brother Gabar, and I'm back with another lesson, and this is going to be going over no fear, no salvation, okay? Because that is what the Lord requires from us. You're not going to get on that chariot if you don't believe, if you don't have any fear, because that faith that Yahweh Shai said he's coming to look for upon earth when he comes back in his second coming with the angels and all his Father's glory, right? That faith is found inside of the fear that you have of the Lord. Because if you got no fear, that shows that you don't believe. All right. So just jumping straight into this, we can jump it off with Slakia, tongue twisted, man. Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." Okay? Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So not only are we trying to obtain salvation, we gotta get it through that means of faith and fear, man. You're not gonna get on those chariots if you're not mingling the faith that you have, all right, with fear. You thinking you're gonna get salvation without the fear of the Lord is preposterous. It's crazy. You're gonna have the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai in you, okay, in order to make it, because that's gonna produce the things that he wants, okay? It says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So you're supposed to be trying to obtain that salvation with that fear you got, man, okay? That faith, because that's what that fear produces. The more fear, the more faith, okay? And that's what is pleasing unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, man. So you're not going to obtain any mercy, any salvation. And let's just go into this word salvation, because ultimately we're in a position where we need to be saved as a nation, man. Salvation says preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss, right? Ultimately, you know, the harm and the ruin, you know, we're in our enemy's land, we're in captivity, but we're about to be in Jacob's trouble, the climax of it, where it's going to be a lot of harm, a lot of, you know, perils, you know, teeth of wild beasts, you know, the sword, pestilences, you know, all kind of manners of hell is on earth, and it's going to get worse, you know, famine, okay? And we need deliverance from that, okay? Let's grab another precept. Now I jump to the ones I got. So you're not going to obtain that without the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai. That's what it always boils back down to. Psalms chapter 33 and verse 18. It says, "Behold, the eye of the Lord Yahweh is upon them that fear him." Now we know that those eyes, the eyes of the Lord, is referring to the angels, okay, that are encamped round about them that fear him. All right. Now, what do these angels do? Okay. It says, upon them that hope in his mercy. Exactly. Because that mercy will come when you fear the Lord. Let's grab a very quick precept to that, and then we'll jump back. Luke chapter 1 and verse 50. "And his mercy is on them that fear him from generation to generation." Correct. Okay. So we're hoping in that mercy, man, which ultimately is coming through Yahweh Shai, man. Okay. So how in the hell you going to get salvation, mercy, because that's what it is as well. Okay. Deliverance from harm. And you know, how you going to get that if you don't fear the Lord? You ain't got no type of fear. You just the biggest nigga. It don't work like that. Matter of fact, just to grab another one. Okay, Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 21, man. It says, the fear of the Lord driveth away sins, right? Because if you fear the Lord, you're not going to go off. You're going to do as he commanded. You're not going to be proudful. You're going to be humble, right? It says, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath, right? So wherever, okay, a person is that is fearing Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, those plagues will not be added unto him, right? Just like in the time of Egypt, when the blood was on the doorposts, okay, and the destroyer, all right, was not suffered to go into that house and kill that firstborn, right? So, likewise, man, okay, that fear gives you that hedge of protection, okay? So without that fear, the wrath won't be turned away. You see? Reading it again. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, meaning whoever is abiding in that fear by departing from evil and doing what the Lord wants them to do, it turneth away wrath. Right. So if you're not doing what the Lord wants you to do, if you're not fearing Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, okay, obeying him, obeying his voice through his men on earth, humbling yourself, then the wrath won't be turned away. You're going to be engulfed in it. Just to grab that. Okay. Back in Psalms 33 and verse 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord Yahweh is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. Right. That's what we hoping in, his mercy. Because we have faith, and that faith is shown through us fearing Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Okay. So we're hoping in that mercy. We're hoping for good because that's what's written in the scriptures, man. All right, that those people will receive mercy. Now, do we know exactly if we're of the elect? No, we don't know. But if we fear Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai and endure to the end and get back up when we fall, right, and shine more and more, then we got a great chance at being it. Okay? But listen to what those angels are around us to do. Okay? Because I mentioned earlier, salvation from different things. Verse 19. To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. Right, that's mercy. That's the wrath being turned away from you. Your soul is delivered from death, and that can be in a lot of different ways. It says, and to keep them alive in famine. Well, how do you stay alive when there's a scarcity of food? That means you eat. Okay? So, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is going to be with them that fear him. Okay? That's why we got to focus on that fear, man. You got to zero in on it. Lock in on it, man. Because how you think you're going to be in Jacob's trouble, right? How you think you're going to be, you're going to snap it to a Slim Jim or whatever. You're not going to be that, man. If you're not already getting to that level by way of you fearing Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, to have that type of confidence, to laugh at famine, to laugh at death, to laugh at the sword, while people all in shambles and they losing their goddamn mind. But you together. Because what? Because why it's happening, and you know what you had to do to escape what is happening, and you did it. So now you're going to just watch the Lord fight for you, man. Scripture says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. So come on, let's grab another precept. This is Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability, all right, shall be the stability of thy times. So that's what's going to keep you stable, right? This wisdom and knowledge, man. But when that time come, all right, which is going to be the famine of the word, Jacob's trouble popping off, okay? When that time come, man, all right, you ain't going to have the luxury of pulling up these lessons. I'm not going to have the luxury of going on YouTube or just calling a brother, and asking questions or whatever, That's why we got to get these things now in our mind. And we got to get our fear together now. Because whatever you acquire, whatever wisdom, knowledge, understanding you acquire in this time now is what you're going to have to roll with the whole Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, right? So if you sow sparingly, you're gonna reap sparingly from it. But if you sow bountifully now, then you're gonna see that you're gonna be reaping bountifully, man. So that's why we gotta sow bountifully. Okay? It says, in strength of salvation. Boom. That's the key point again. This wisdom is the strength of your salvation. What is that wisdom? The fear of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Okay? That's the strength of your salvation, man. You cannot play with that. Okay? Don't you want your salvation to be secured? Well, you can make it stronger if you fear the Lord more. But you also can make it weaker if you fear him less. So you have to constantly put that under examination, day in and day out. And it's a time to really get serious about the fear of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. You see that he's dropping people left and right. He's moving faster and faster. Each week, each day, each year, things are speeding up, man. When are you going to just get serious about Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai? Even speaking to myself, getting more serious about Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Okay? Taking Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai even more serious. Really digesting that fear and getting your day together and putting him first and seeking the kingdom first and letting everything else be added. Not seeking everything else and then trying to let the kingdom be added. Nah, man. That ain't how it works. So if you lacking wisdom, that means you lacking strength to get to your salvation. You see how that work? It reads on, and strength of salvation, the fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Yeah, but are you treasuring his treasure? Are you seeking through that treasure box? Are you really trying to get in it and indulge? Or are you just, you found a gold token, you found a few of them, you feel like you rich as hell, you just, that's it. Nah, man. We got to continue. We got to, the scripture says seek him 10 times more. Okay? It says just as it was your mind to go astray, so be in return, seek him 10 times more. So, right. Just how we went off and we were so passionate to go off, we need to seek the Lord 10 times more with a passion. You see? But Jake don't want to do that. But that's okay, because the majority of Jake not going to get it. But for us that do listen and learn, we have to take heed, man. You can't play with the strength of your salvation. Who the fuck want to play with the strength of their salvation? Because when you in that time of harm, of danger, of distress, you're going to want salvation. So why play with it now? Because this is where you're going to build up that strength for it. This is the only time you're going to have strength to build it up, man. Okay? Jumping into another precept. All right. It says, Sirach chapter 35 and verse 3. To depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to the Lord. Now, if we stop right there and jump to Proverbs 16 and 6, you understand that that's the fear of the Lord. It says, Proverbs 16 and 6, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. And by the fear of the Lord Yahweh, men depart from evil. Right? Okay? So that's speaking about the fear of the Lord in Sirach 35 and 3. Let's read it again. Okay? To depart from wickedness, which is the fear of the Lord, is a thing pleasing to the Lord. Right? It's pleasing so much so, okay, that the Lord will turn wrath away from you. He will have mercy upon you. He will give you salvation if you fear him. And it goes into it on the other half of the scripture. It says, and to forsake unrighteousness, which once again is you repenting and fearing the Lord. And to forsake unrighteousness is a propitiation. Now you go into this word on Google, propitiation. It says the action of propitiating or appeasing a god, spirit, or person. And then it says atonement, especially that of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Right. Okay. Which is basically saying to make amends for. And ultimately it is through Yahweh Shah because, hey man, without Yahweh Shah, we definitely wouldn't make it. Because we need that blood to make it out of here. We need Yahweh Shah. We needed Yahweh Shah to do what he did for us so that we can make it out of here. So that we can have that mercy. You see? But how the hell you going to get the mercy if you're not fearing Yahweh Bashim Al Shah? Because that's how you're going to get access to that mercy. You're not going to get access to the blood of Yahweh Shah, to that mercy, if you don't believe, all right? And that belief is coming from the roots, which is wisdom, all right? Which the roots of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. So that faith is on that. It's like a branch that's on the tree, and that whole plant is wisdom, and the roots of that plant is the fear of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. So if the roots are dead, the whole tree is dead, that branch is dead. You got to believe, but you show the belief. And when you fall, you do get back up, man. Okay? Without faith, faith without works is dead, you know? But the Lord will have that propitiation. He'll have that mercy on you if you fear him. Let's grab this. It's not about coming into this truth just knowing you an Israelite, man. It's a lot deeper than that. Even when you are fearing the Lord, you're supposed to examine that and shine more in that, grow in that. You know, pull that out of you more, the fear of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, which requires you to forsake more and more things, to forsake certain comforts. You know, some things that you got to completely stop, you know, that could be sin or just not convenient for you. You know, other things you just got to hold off on. You got to slow down on. You can't do it so damn much, you know. And then the last thing is things that you got to do more. So things that you got to cut off completely, things that you got to slow down on, and things that you got to do more of. You know, that's how you examine yourself into those three categories, man. And you know what they are. We all know what they are. But are you willing to make that sacrifice? Because ultimately that shows faith, you know. And if you show faith and replace that pleasure that you was doing, that you once had or whatever, with the fear of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah and doing his will, then the Lord is going to have mercy on you, you know, and he's going to be with you, and you're going to draw nigh closer unto him, and he's going to draw nigh closer unto you, and you're going to feel it, and you're going to see it. More of your prayers are going to be getting answered. You're going to be born in the spirit, okay? And these are things that we definitely need. You're going to be more at peace, you know? You know? Another thing is this right here. This is Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 23. The fear of the Lord Yahweh tendeth to life. Right. It reads on. And he that hath it shall abide satisfied. He shall not be visited with evil. Exactly, man. So when these plagues come upon earth, Psalm chapter 91, when these things happen, you're not going to be visited with evil. That famine is not going to be added unto you. Okay? The sword is not going to be added unto you. Pestilence is not going to be added unto you. Diseases, nasty ass diseases and shit. You know, you're going to be good. Just like in the time of Egypt, every time the Egyptians was getting hit with another plague, man, it always said how Israel wasn't harmed, you know. It said that, you know, it was the 3 days of darkness, but Israel had light in their dwellings. Okay? It was talking about how those evil spirits were sent among them, you know, those apparitions, but that didn't happen to Israel. The water was turned to blood, but Israel had water to drink, you know. It was flies, but not in our lands, you know, where we abode, you know. People got smoked with boils head to toe, but not us. The firstborn died, but not ours. You see? So the Lord is going to keep you out of harm's way and keep you satisfied. Now, even going into this word satisfied before I jump back, it says pleased, fulfilled, right? So in the time of famine, you're going to be fulfilled. That means you're going to be eating. It says happy, content, right? You're content because you have enough, right? It says pleased with oneself, complacent, okay? Now, I want to just actually go on Google too and grab this word. So you're going to abide satisfied when you fear Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Okay. Now this word satisfied on Google, it says provide someone with adequate information or proof so that they are convinced about something. Okay. Now also, I want to grab this. It says adequately meet or comply with the condition obligated or demand. And the similar words under that says suffice, answer, right? You're going to be answered in a time of famine when you asking for food. You know, in a time of Jacob's trouble, you're going to have a peace of mind. It says meet, fulfill, right? So you're going to be good, man. Your needs are going to be provided for. It also says fulfill a desire or need. What are you going to need in a time of Jacob's trouble? Peace of mind. We need that now. You know, it says cater to, serve, supply, right? The Lord got these angels around us, as I pulled out earlier, to do what? To deliver your soul from famine and death. You know, to keep you satisfied, to keep your needs met. You know, and your need is definitely not, oh, I need $100,000 to drop out the sky. That ain't, no, you don't need that, nigga. You know, you can't be dumb, simple-minded. Okay? But you're going to abide satisfied, though. And that's all we got to worry about, man. Pleasing Yahweh Ba'ashim al-Shah so that we can abide satisfied, so that mercy can be upon us. Forsaking more unrighteousness within us so that he can put that propitiation between us, man. Which ultimately is Yahweh Shai, okay? But you got to be born again in Yahweh Shai. You got to become that new creature. That fear Yahweh Ba'ashim al-Shah, man. You're not just finna, oh, yeah, you know, man, you know, I put off the old man and this and that, but you still doing the same shit that the old one was doing, you know? So if you want to receive that propitiation, that mercy, and to abide satisfied and to get salvation, then you need to mingle it. You need to mingle what you working for, salvation, all right? You need to mingle that work with fear and faith of Yahweh Ba'ashim al-Shah. Period, point blank, man. Okay? Sirach 17:25. Return unto the Lord, and that's what we're doing, and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. How do you offend less? By fearing more. Because you're forsaking unrighteousness. Because you're staying away from evil. You're staying away from wicked behaviors. That's how you offend less. So you got to examine your fear in Yahweh Ba'ashim al-Shah. Examine yourself in his truth, whether you be in the faith or not. And that faith comes from the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashim al-Shah. And to close it out, I want to bring this out. 2 Chronicles chapter 7 and verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, right? Come back to the fear of him. Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Exactly. Okay. So if we do that, if we come back to the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashim al-Shah in that meek, that humble spirit, praying, fasting and praying and seeking the Lord, then he'll forgive us. As it says, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Right. Okay. Then the Lord will deliver us. But we got to do this, though. We got to turn from our wicked ways more and more, man. More and more, examining ourselves. What can we do better? With the Lord like this, will he be pleased with this? No, I don't think I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to do that no more. You know? Seeking counsel from brothers in different situations, you know. Scripture speaks about seeking counsel and everything, you know. So this is a time where we really have a great shot to examine our fear in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai so that we can get salvation, so that we can receive that mercy. Because if we do the same things that we once did, all those wicked deeds and stuff, we won't get out of here. We won't get no salvation. You won't be delivered. You won't abide satisfied because you don't have that fear and trembling mixed in with you working out your own salvation. You working out your own salvation ain't, well, you know, I'm an Israelite now. I know that. Or, I'm gonna put aside some water and some food for when it get bad, and then I'm gonna give me a generator and I'm gonna give me some guns. Nah, man, that ain't you working out your own salvation. That's you trusting in carnal weapons, and that's gonna get you killed. Because you could even have a carnal weapon, you could have a sword, or you could even put aside a little water, or even a little food if you want it. It's just a spirit that you do it in. If you really think that's going to save you, the Lord going to show you that it's not. But in your spirit and your heart, you know that it's Yahweh Shema Shai that deliver, and you just doing that just because of whatever, that's a whole different spirit, So with that, man, that's basically it. That's the point, man. We really got a shot right now, okay, to examine the fear of Yahweh Shema Shai that we have within us, and to really pull more of it out and to show it more so that we can abide satisfied, so that we can be okay, because otherwise you won't abide satisfied. Your needs will not be met. You will not be heard. Your prayers won't be answered. And that's something we damn sure don't want to happen, man. You don't want the Lord to turn his face from you. You don't want to be a part of that Proverbs chapter 1 where it says that they going to seek the Lord early, but it's going to be too late, basically. Okay? You don't want that, because the scripture says, matter of fact, I ended on that. This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 28 and 29. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Okay? Because when all hell break loose, when the famine of the word goes forth, right, the Lord's going to start dropping niggas. The Lord going to start killing a lot of fucking niggas and bitches, man. People that didn't get it. They despised the mercy period. They wanted to do whatever they wanted to do. They spit at the prophets. They scoffed at the prophets. They tarried to come in, whatever. Then they're going to be trying to come in, but it's going to be too late. Why? Verse 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord Yahweh. Boom. This is an opportunity that we have to not only choose the fear of Yahweh B'Hashim Shai, but to choose it more and more each day, each week, each month that we're still here. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh B'Hashim Shai, B'Hashim Rachak Wadash for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth and real well. Shalom.